gentlemen, we are the Millie Goats. I'm AK. Edge is here. J-Vi will not be here because he is stuck in traveling, and Tex is on his way, we've been told. Episode 337. It's November 30th, 2025. Let us be the first to wish you and yours a happy National Cookie Cutter Day on the eve of December 1st, dude. It's Christmas season.
Can you believe it?
Christmas season, the best season. The lights are on the trees. Lights all over the place when you're riding around. Christmas music blaring on the way back home today. Sorry, I was a few minutes late. I forgot that I didn't set up all my stuff because I brought it with me back to my family's place. I always travel with my podcast gear, so my bad that we're a few minutes late. But, hey, we got football on right now. Washington Commanders still in the hunt, facing the AFC second-place team, Denver Broncos, 9-2 versus 3-8. Washington not dead yet. If you're on the In the Hunt graphic, that means your season is still alive. So, shout out the Commanders, still putting it on. If we're here, you know B. McCormick's here. He's most on time. And I'm surprised he's here because his Steelers got shellacked with Aaron Rodgers out there looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, getting his face slammed through the turf by Joey Bosa. Hey, isn't that ironic that Aaron Rodgers had a red nose and then Rudolph had to come in to try to save the day?
Got him.
Got him. Look. Sad day. Sad day, Edge.
Why?
Football.
It's not sad for me. What are you talking about?
College football. We get conference championship weekend, then we get bowl season, which is incredible. But the days of Tuesday night, Wednesday night football, the days of all day, all you can eat, 700 games on, those days are gone, man. Now we get Saturday NFL football, but it sucks that we're already at conference championship week. Thoughts?
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I said it last week when I packed up the camper. It was starting to sink in that it was over. But it's cold now, and we won the state championship. So, you know, I don't even care about what bowl we're going to, other than
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Dabo got some cheese with his wine, huh?
There you go. Yeah.
Especially the purple pants. Hey, we're going to talk. So if you're listening to the podcast, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. We've had a bunch of new people on YouTube coming in and chatting it up with us. Shout out to the chat who also helped our college football pick'em show because Tex wasn't here.
Saved Tex is what happened.
Saved him. Saved his season.
Yeah.
We're going to talk. We're going to talk NFL Week 13 recap. That's going to be at the end of the show. Here's what we like to do. We like to go in chronological order. Usually we talk college football first. We're going to do all the games, our pick'ems, the news, Lane Kiffin, all that stuff's going to be the first on the docket. College football Week 14, kind of summarize the main points of college football. We're going to give out our playoff rankings, our final, well, maybe not our final, but one of our final versions of the playoff rankings. Then we're going to go talk about NFL. Edge might have to leave us in. That's okay. He's got to go to sleep. And then we're going to talk about our pick'em contest, but we'll do that during the college football segment. Then our bets of the week, and then hang the banner. So it's all football. It's going to come at you fast. Jerry Fisher, welcome. He says DEW win. Do win. Mountain Dew? Who won? So we're going to get right into it, but first we got to thank the headline sponsor, Howdy Hats, at howdy.hats.enc on Instagram. She does all of our pressing for our hats. Perfect for the holiday season. If I could just mail them to people. So once all the games have now settled down, B. McCormick. I don't know if you guys realize this, but there's not a night on the week that I sit in my chair and just like, oh, I'm going to kick back and do nothing. No, I am making graphics and slides for the show every night. So my ability to package hats during football season, I've realized is almost impossible. So I will get you a hat, B. McCormick, now that all the games have slowed down. So anyway, shout out Howdy Hats. They press them. We got rope hats. We got flat bills. They're absolutely electric. Why wouldn't you want hot takes under your Christmas tree? Okay, Edge, let's get right into it.
Let's get it.
Here's what we do first, okay? And this isn't our fault. Everybody knows. First of the show, we talk about our teams. Whenever they played, it doesn't matter. And if you're not here to defend your team, then we get to make up the narrative about your team. So I'm a Niners fan. We go NFL first. J-Vi's a Bills fan. Tex and ButchP are Cowboys. DYLON's Vikings. Edge's Panthers. And then his college teams, Clemson. That's his main team. and then we're all App State fans. You better go ahead and accept the Panthers right now, dude. They're winning.
I care less.
So here's where we start. NFL Week 13. We're going to try to hold off until Tex gets here. He said he was going to be here. Or, hey, you know what we can do? We can wait and see when Tex jumps in, and then we can all go over our games and then start talking about college football now, or we can just go and do it ourselves. What do you think, Hedge?
Just go ahead.
Okay.
He knows the role. That's why he's waiting. He's skipping it.
Do you want to go first as the state championship? You want to take?
I mean, I can. Yeah, it was a great win. I was excited that karma is basically served right back to them, because last year Carolina beat us on an interception or a fumble recovery right there in their own end zone in the red zone, sealed the game. Now we got an interception right at the end of the game to, put the dagger in the old heart of the Gamecocks. So, yeah, it's going to be a great year. Just rubbing it in their face every time I see a Carolina fan that, the Tigers and the great state of South Carolina bleed orange. And, they're going ahead and flying that Clemson flag on top of the state capitol for the rest of this month. At South Carolina, BMO. I'm sorry, South Carolina, for those of you that don't know, is the great state of South Carolina. But yeah, it was great. I do have one hot take, and I wish J-Val was here to hear it, but I believe that Josh Allen is the Cade Klubnik. They're the same person. They're the same person.
You see Cade Klubnik showed up in an all-black suit with a cowboy hat?
Yeah, and he was dancing in the locker room with a cowboy hat, smoking a cigar. So
the season that they had, you can't do that.
Yeah, he's just trying to show people that he's still Texas. That's fine. But I'm glad we got a win. I'm glad we got the dub. Yeah, I can't wait. It's really funny. Last year at the end of the game, my phone was just on fire from texts, like just getting texts and calls, rubbing at my face. And I was the bigger man this year. I didn't send out one text to nobody except for my little brother. And all I sent was the eyeball emojis. And speaking of which I'll say this real quick too. The champion has fell. He has fell. Yes. Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the range.
Yeah. Thanksgiving weekend, we went out and shot some skeet. And little D went 100%. And your boy missed some.
Oh, so you fell?
I fell, yeah.
Oh no.
The champ has fallen. So it's a sad day. Little D.
That's his life.
Enjoy that win, because that's the only win you got since we beat the crap out of South Carolina. So in your face, I'd still rather have a W for Clemson in your face.
I thought you meant you beat the champ, but you were the champ.
No, I was a champ, yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Undisputed.
Not anymore?
Not anymore. Little D's got me.
Trying to think if I lost anything this weekend. No, I don't think so. No. I did eat a lot of apple pie. Golly, dude, my mom's apple pie.
Dude, we didn't have a lot of pie. I was kind of upset about it.
Oh, there was so much pie.
All we had was pecan pie, and then we went to my in-laws' house, and we had a bunch of cheesecake. But not much pie this year. The pie was slow.
No, we had lots of pie. Pecan pie was good. Apple pie was good. There was a pumpkin roll that was made that was really good.
Pumpkin roll.
Prime rib. Oh man, turkey. It's phenomenal. I feel like I just need to go like squat and then just do wind sprints for the next 10 days.
Yeah, dude, I was hurt. Literally, I ate way too much, and yesterday I was in misery. But
dude, I used to think it was a joke. Whenever people are like, oh, you get to a certain age and you get, you just start getting acid indigestion and reflux and all that. I thought that was a joke. I was like, that'll never happen to me. So,
yeah.
But you can definitely tell when you eat out of your normal diet. You got that just like right there in your chest.
Yeah, and the food that you normally eat isn't the same or like somebody else cooks it different, and you can tell like, oh, this is not going to go well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good point. BMO says you can count cheesecake as pie. He'll accept that.
Oh, thanks.
That's a good question. Is cheesecake pie?
The committee is met.
Well, it says it's a cake, so it has cake in the word, but it's not really. You don't really put frosting. I mean, is a cake without frosting? That's a good question. That's a debate for another day.
Or is it just bread?
It's true. Okay. I'm up, ladies and gentlemen. The San Francisco 49ers, my team, my NFL team. What a display of football they put on this past week. Just a mere hours ago, the vaunted Cleveland Browns defense, the most pressure rate in the NFL. They sack everybody. Myles Garrett only had 1 sack. They pressured him 58% of the times. He only took 1 sack. Brock Purdy. Purdy is back.
How many games did he have a sack?
What?
How many games did Myles Garrett have a sack? Didn't he just set a record?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. He has 19 on the season. He only had 1 today. He is a freak show, by the way. Good gosh, that guy's unbelievable. But
it's only 12 games into the season, so yeah, it's pretty good.
It doesn't matter. Vaunted defense. It's cold outside. The wind's blowing. Doesn't matter. Brock Purdy went in there and put in an absolute clinic. That had to be one of the highest passer ratings against the Cleveland defense this year. And I'm not kidding. He was dialed in. Big throws, drove him right down the field before the half to set up a field goal. Dime to Kittle in front of the pylon there on the left sideline. It was beautiful. Right, AKC. No, it deserves its own category. Fair, AKC. Also, shout out to the Jacksonville State for getting to the conference title game. My second favorite team now. I'm now an honorary Jacksonville State fan. Since we can't root for App State, we have to root for Jacksonville State. So get ready.
I don't know if I can pull for a Gamecock, so
That's true. But I can. But anyway, so Brock Purdy goes into Cleveland, the whole Kyle Shanahan versus Jim Schwartz, can't figure out his offense, blah, blah, blah. Shedeur Sanders, he's getting his second start. He's at home. The crowd's going to be crazy. Well, guess what? Shedeur Sanders did diddly sandals. That's what he might as well have been sandals because he's going on vacation. Cancun on 3. Shedeur Sandals. Somebody said they called him Shedeur Dash. He's going to be driving next year. He wasn't bad. He is not the reason, by the way, that the Browns lost this game. The Browns special teams are the reason they lost the game, and Brock Purdy was absolutely electric because, I don't know if you know this, but Christian McCaffrey didn't really do jack today, okay? Quinshon Judkins was the leading rusher of the game, not Christian McCaffrey. So when Christian McCaffrey had a bad game, they said, hey, Brock Purdy, why don't you beat us? And guess what? He did, okay? We had a punt return in the first to set up a touchdown early on by Sky Moore. That was awesome. Harold Fannin, dude out of Bowling Green, absolute legitimate tight end. He scored a touchdown before the half. So right there, they were down 8-6 because they got the 2-point conversion. That was a little bit questionable. So the 49ers are down 8-7. Purdy gets him down the field for a field goal right before the half. That was electric. He was just dropping dots left and right. Boom, 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 all the way down the field. Dime to Kittle. Big pass play. We're up 10-8 going into the half. Cleveland, where the game turned, they had a 4th and 1 in their own zone on the third quarter. They fumbled it, and that's the 49ers recovered and kind of never looked back from there. Also in the third quarter, Purdy had a third down sail route to George Kittle. Huge. And then a few plays later, Purdy pulls the old zone read, boom, pulls it out, runs it in for a touchdown. He had a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown. But, yeah, the Cleveland special teams, big punt return they let up. They had a kickoff return where the guy caught it and ran out of bounds at the 5, and then they muffed a punt later. So the Browns special teams killed him. And then Purdy had a touchdown pass to Jennings late, who got in trouble for apparently saying some weird stuff to people. And that's why he got punched in the groin last week. So the jury's out on Juwan Jennings, but
Brock Purdy is 16 for 29, 168 passing yards this game. Yep. And you think he was absolute electric factory, huh?
He was. He threw a lot of balls away. He probably threw at least 5 balls away. And I'll take that. Dude, don't go in there and throw I check the stats. The most fast-forwarded part of this podcast is when AK talks about the Niners and Purdy.
Absolutely.
They hit the 30-second on their podcast. I'm just saying, dude, they won 3 in a row. They're one back of the NFC West now. They're one back of the number 1 seed in the NFC. And Purdy's playing his best ball right now against the best defense on the road. Again, another time where Kyle Shanahan, with every other quarterback, has gone up against Jim Schwartz and sucked. Here comes Purdy to write the record book for him, just like he did in the playoffs on the 2 comeback wins. That's all I'm saying. People didn't think the Niners were going to go in there and cover because it was a 5.5-point spread. It was probably the most bet of any bet on the board was Niners or Browns plus 5.5. Guess what? Wrong. Brock Purdy's back.
Not so fast.
I want to hear people get on this. They roasted him for the Monday night game. Now let's praise him against his defense. Come on. Look, we're going to give Josh Allen MVP votes for throwing for 120 yards against a Steelers defense. It stinks. One of the worst defenses in the league. And he couldn't throw for more than 120 yards? Get out of here. Unbelievable. Hello, Joshua. Welcome to the show. We're yelling about the 49ers. B. McCormick's so mad. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm done with the Niners. That was big-time win. Big-time win. Staying course with the NFC. This thing's not over, dude. This thing's not over. We get the Seahawks. We get the Bears. Could be for the 1 seed. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. Next. The Buffalo Bills. J-Vi's not here. He didn't send anything in. The Buffalo Bills go into Pittsburgh in an absolutely horrific game to watch. It was pathetic. It was 7-3 at halftime. Steelers had the lead. The Bills could not throw the ball at all. Shador Dash is brutal. But it was 7-3. Bills get out of there 8-4. Steelers now 6-6. Ravens get the AFC North lead back. Bills stay pace with the Patriots. Josh Allen was 15-23 for 123 yards and a touchdown. Then he had a rushing touchdown. He broke Cam Newton's record, yada, yada, yada. I'm here, dude. And James Cook had 32 carries for 144 yards. He didn't score, but he had a fumble. The leading receiver for the Steelers was Darnell Washington, the big tight end. The Bills were missing both their tackles. This game was off. Did you watch any of this game?
Yeah, I watched the second half of it.
Awful. This is just bad football by both teams.
I missed the spot where Aaron Rodgers broke his nose. I wish I would have saw that. But
it was coming right out of the half, dude. It was like the first drive of the half. Joey Bosa just completely planted his face into the turf. And he had to come out and he got a breathe right strip, and then he came back in. He looks so pathetic with that little cast on, dude. But Keon Coleman caught a touchdown pass. I mean, if J-Vi was here, he'd probably have some stupid stat that he could give us about how the Bills did this and the Bills did that. Yeah, he did. He goes, never a doubt. I'm like, never. It's the Steelers. They stink. I'm not going to give the Bills credit for that. And your quarterback threw for 100 yards. Come on. You have any questions about the Bills?
Not at all.
I just want to know who's their guy. Is it James Cook or is it Josh Allen?
I think it's Cook right now. It
seems like it's James Cook.
I think it's Cook this year.
Because they were running weak zone all game long, where he, looks almost like counter, where it's a zone blocking scheme, and then you go backside weak zone, like you go to the backside, and they ran that probably 15 times at least. So, and Tony Romo's in rare form. The CEO stats is like he's got to understand his job is not to try to predict what's happening and just explain what's happening. He's like he's getting too far in front of his skis.
Yeah, but I think some people like him predicting and calling a shot.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, the CEO of stats wants to watch a football game without the volume on.
That's true. But anyways, the Bills win. If you're a Bills fan and you watch that game, I don't know about the Bills. They'll
be fine. They're second East.
I mean, they're going to make the playoffs. I got the playoff picture later, but all right, let's move to the Vikings.
Terrible.
It's over, dude. DYLON, where are you? Come on. We need you on here.
Terrible.
Revenge game for Sam Darnold, and Sam Darnold stunk.
Dude.
He was
Do they not look like the biggest clowns?
the Vikings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I did see they put he's texting us right now. They put up some stat during the game that Sam Darnold's stats while he was at the Vikings versus now at the Seahawks, and then I think they had in the second slide they had both quarterbacks, JJ McCarthy and the other guy, I forget who he is. Not the one that played tonight, but how both of them.
Max Brosmer.
No, not him. The
Carson
other
Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Yeah. How they didn't even have the total yards that Sam Darnold did, and I was like,
yeah.
Dude, they just look like clowns. And then the whole, bro show tonight.
Dude, I mean, that pick six he threw.
It was bad, man. That's bad TV, bad football.
He double heaved it over the back of his, he did a reverse pass to nobody. And that dude caught it in full. You could not have caught an interception in more full stride than that.
Yeah, go.
I mean, Dexter Lawrence or whatever that guy's, or DeMarcus Lawrence was, he was that dude was running for his life on offense. KOC just looked like a sad puppy dog the entire game. I mean, he threw 4 picks. He threw 4 interceptions, which sucks because I was really rooting for that guy. And Justin Jefferson looks so dejected on the sidelines.
Oh, he's so mad, yeah.
He is so mad.
Went up.
I mean, it's not like the Seahawks did anything great.
Went up and hugged Darnold after the game. It's like, bro, I missed you.
oh yeah, 100%. He was like, I'm sorry, I should have given up some of my money so you could have stayed.
Here, take my
Jackson Smith, when you look at the totals from this game, dude, it's not even the team stats. The Seahawks had 219 yards total, and the Vikings had 162 yards total. Both of these offenses were terrible, and the defenses were really good. It's just Brosmer threw 4 picks, and Darnold didn't throw any. That was literally the difference in the game. So crazy. Oh, they had 5 turnovers. Okay, so they did have the Seahawks did have 2 turnovers. So, but anyways, it was just what a terrible, terrible football game. I don't even know if you could say the Seahawks were good after that. But anyways, the Panthers, dude.
Whew. Hold on. The Cowboys.
Okay.
Of all times for them to show up, they had to show up when I bet for Kansas City to beat them outright. Of all times for them Cowboys to actually show up during Thanksgiving. And I think maybe I sparked the interest in them because, I said last show, I was like, is Kansas City America's team because they're playing on Thanksgiving and Christmas? And I think Cowboys heard it in the locker room and got a little upset about it, and Dak sent an email to his Pure Leaf Tea Company saying we're going to need some extra caffeine in these boys.
Dude, how about Jake Ferguson just basically shoving his fist right in the turkey's stuffing box?
Oh, yes.
After the game, dude, just freaking Samus that thing from Super Smash Brothers or Thanos. Just put the rings and the Infinity Stones in that bad boy.
Who was the guy that fisted it and ran off with it?
That was Jake Ferguson, the tight end.
Ferguson, yeah.
Freaking just fist right in that bird's, what, dude?
Yeah, it went wrist
right
deep.
Brownie gun.
Hey, can I have this? I'm out.
I'm serious.
Oh,
unbelievable. Man. But the Cowboys win 31-28. Dak Prescott immediately the first play of the game or first series of the game throws a pick, and I'm like, here we go.
Yep, game over.
Here we go. George Pickens sent out the tweet of Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany Mahomes, said we're going to eat today, and then he immediately deleted it, and then Dak throws a pick, and then the Chiefs go down and score. I'm like, oh my gosh, the Chiefs are about to rout the Cowboys. This is going to be the worst thing. It was a lose-lose situation. I don't want either one of these teams to win, but I find it more hilarious that the Chiefs lost. But it was actually a very entertaining game to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a fun game. Like the Cowboys are back in the mix for sure, which is crazy. But the sun in this game for the Cowboys, dude. George Pickens running a route like an out route or a crossing route, whatever it was. He looks back, can't even see the damn ball. And I've got an issue with the Chiefs' offensive line because all of them have running back face masks. And I think we're getting too far into the. Now, don't get me wrong, dude. You can be big skill if you're an offensive lineman, but we got to get back some of the bigger, bulkier offensive lineman face masks. We got to have those come back. I can't have number 76 wearing a single bar.
There's still a couple teams and a couple guys that's got them. Like I saw one the other day. Just got the bar down the center. The old school style, and the ones I like now look like Darth Vader. With like the 100 bars up front.
You mean Shredder?
Shredder, yeah, that's the one. Those look pretty gangster right now.
This game was. I mean, shout out to George Pickens, dude. I want
to see somebody bring back the old bullnose ring. Like the little loop right up here.
Yes.
Dude, I used to use that thing for a sight, man. Just like lean your head down a little bit, put somebody in it, and just hammer down. Oh,
yep. They don't make those. Nobody wears those anymore.
Yeah, nobody makes them.
Lee, dude. There was a terrible third down call by Dallas late in the third quarter. They kept running fade route, and it was just like, you got to be better than that. You got to be better than that. Should we have more custom face masks like your boy Snowplow? Get out of here, dude. That guy. Demo's just trying to do it. And then there was a third down and Pickens in the fourth quarter. I love watching George Pickens play because he catches. Remember, he tried to jump over somebody, like kick the dude in the face, but he catches everything with his hands. There was a slant late in the game where he picked it out with his hands and just held it out there the entire time until he hit the ground.
Ball control, man.
And then Dak tried to give it away late. He almost threw a pick late. And then Pickens had a fumble with like 6 minutes to go, and we thought we were going to get the Chiefs to win that damn thing. So the Cowboys have played themselves right back into the mix of things, and that's what we need because it gives us – I need more meaningful football. The more teams that are alive, the better off football is going to be. This next week in the NFL is going to be crazy. Anything else on the Cowboys unless Tex comes back in here? Nope. Panthers. Shout out to the Panthers. They somehow beat the Rams, who everybody is completely infatuated with about how they're the best team in the league. They have no weaknesses. And then Matthew Stafford comes down there and he throws 2 interceptions and has a fumble. Touchdown, the Commanders. The Commanders were plus 6.5. I knew Denver's offense didn't have it in them. But the Panthers had to convert 2 or 3 late fourth downs. And Bryce Young stepped up and threw a dot to Ted McMillan for the go-ahead touchdown. And then he threw a dot late in the game to the tight end over the middle of the field on another third or fourth down to seal the game. Bryce Young's the weirdest player in football, dude. Sometimes he'll play, and you're like, this guy's actually got what it takes. And then games like last week against the Niners, he looks like he's got feet for hands. It's got to be infuriating if you're a Panthers fan. But this game was fun, dude, and I'm so glad Matthew Stafford stunk it up and threw picks and fumbled. But, I mean, that's what you got to do, the Rams. Got to get pressure on him. Put it in his face. So, here, of course. Now he's going to show up. Okay, Tex. We just finished the Panthers. We just talked about the Cowboys.
I see you wearing that purple and orange.
You have anything to add about the Cowboys?
Sounds great.
The Cowboys. Sorry, I had to switch my audio. The Cowboys looked like the best team in the division this weekend.
Are you still? You said earlier that it didn't help that the Panthers won. But
No, that did not help.
You're saying that the Cowboys can't get the 1 seed? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying they need the Panthers and the Bears to both lose a few games each. And the Panthers beating the Rams did not help.
That was such a weird. I'm watching that game and I'm like, surely this is a joke.
Personally, I think it's because Matt Stafford isn't a good outdoor quarterback, and it was not good weather. It was rainy. It was cold, and he's just not built for that. He's built for domes.
Agreed.
Him and Jared Goff, not outdoor quarterbacks.
That's why home field advantage is so important for them.
Mm-hmm.
Vimo wants to know, is Texas back? We're not to the Texas part of the show yet.
I mean, I've got 11 reasons to discuss.
Okay. We're getting ready to get to it because we're done with our teams. Do you have anything else? How fun was that game to watch on Thanksgiving?
I mean, for me,
you and me,
we
were together.
Yeah, it was a great game to watch. It was very fun because, we talked about it over and over again. It was hilarious to see the Chiefs getting chiefed. The calls going the way they're supposed to go, but not for the Chiefs. All the ridiculous pass interferences, the one time that Mahomes was right there on the sideline, but he was messing around and was, dancing there on the sideline and then got killed, and they were like, "Oh, throw the flag," but he was, he wasn't out of bounds. He was doing his little thing, and he got caught. So, just all the stuff happened, and it was a fun game to watch, and it felt really good to see.
It was very entertaining.
And my favorite part, my quote for after the game was "no crumbs left," and the dudes took the turkey. Everybody's taking a bite of the turkey there after the game. That just shows you the team is together. He was taking that turkey into the locker room. Ferguson was, for everybody to take one bite of turkey. That's everybody's taking a bite of the turkey as a team and eating it as a team turkey. And then Jerry Jones comes out with the turkey leg for his press conference.
And everybody's stuck all to the corners of his mouth. Old man eating food.
Everybody's in. That's all you need to know. Everybody's in. That's a
talking
team
about
right
Edge.
there. That's a team move.
When old people kind of eat food and then it just gets like frost on the corner of their mouths. That's what Jerry Jones
can't feel anything.
Everybody's like,
that was a straight up team move.
Shout out to this dude who just caught a touchdown pass for the Commanders. That was a sick touchdown catch. Also, in the Rams game, shout out to Puka Nacua. Go look at his one-handed catch.
That was dirty. I saw that.
Sick. He is
contested one-handed catch and just arm strengthened it into his body and kept it the whole time. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't. The whole thing with the StreamYard and the YouTube. Sorry if it's messed up. I have no idea what they've done. But StreamYard's given us this weird option where you can. It makes you choose like a portrait. I don't know which one to choose. I don't know what to do. Like
you literally just said it. It was like StreamYard gives me an option, so I don't know which one to choose, so I'm not going to choose it. So both of them is center option.
I don't know. When's the last time the boys won back-to-back big primetime games when it mattered? They've beaten the defending champions, the past two champions.
Yeah. They might as well just take the Super Bowl trophy and give it back to us. Beat both teams.
Now there's expectations. All the fun and get. Now you got to. If you lose to the
teams.
Lions, season's back over. If you lose to the Lions,
no, it's not.
Thursday night. Not really yet. Help from the defender. Which one? Wait. Which catch? Anything else on the Cowboys?
No. Pickens is an animal. If you give him just an inch of space, he's gone.
His hands are so good. I love it.
His hands are good. If you give him it, I mean, he's changed. He has single-handedly changed that offense, turned it into something else. CD Lamb looks like the number 2. Like that's honestly what it looks like.
I told you weeks ago that there was a wide receiver controversy in Dallas. Nobody wanted to listen. Guess what?
Well, it doesn't help that Lamb drops a lot of the balls that are thrown.
So weird. Out of nowhere.
It's really weird.
All of a sudden, he just can't catch.
Yep.
Okay. And then App State, goodness gracious, dude.
Season's over.
I mean, Jerry Jones is looking like a genius, is he not? Ever since they made those trades,
Straight up genius.
people are gonna have to lay it at the feet of Jerry Jones. He made some moves and they've paid off. Their defense is completely different now. And it was awesome to see Travis Kelce dropping balls, by the way, late in the game. Big third down. Then Rashee Rice dropped one. It was incredible.
I don't think old T Swift was at that game, was she?
Well, she's giving up, dude. I mean, of course she's not. They suck. Now she's. This is the time where Taylor Swift has got to decide whether she wants to be a football fan or not.
Yeah.
You can't run whenever the team sucks.
Hey, it's easy. It's easy to be up there, cheering everything on when things are good.
Come on.
This is where you find out who the real fans are. Where's all the Taylor's boyfriend girls? Huh?
That's
all those? Where's all those jerseys?
They want to be like, oh, I want to be a part of the Chiefs team and wear their stuff through the playoffs. Are you going to wear it whenever they're not in the playoffs?
That's right.
I've been wearing this ridiculous hat for 30 years. Win or lose, baby.
Just waiting for something to happen.
That's right. Let's go. And then I still wear it after they let me down in the Super Bowl 3 times. Miserably. Up by 10. Lost all of them. Goodness gracious. App State, I don't want to hear it. Lost to Arkansas State. Can't even make a bowl game now. We moved to the Sun Belt. We run the Sun Belt for like 4 or 5 years. Now we're relegated to irrelevance. There's nobody at the game this weekend. They blow it late. Terrible management of the clock. And here's the deal, boys. This sign, it's dead. Get everybody and anybody who's listening that's an App State person who does roll nears, retire it. It's not Tuscaloosa up there.
Agree.
Give me this sign so I can plant it angrily.
We do not roll anything called nears in Boone.
Oh.
You roll joints?
Yep. That's right. You can roll pottery.
That's right. You can roll your shopping basket full of beer.
You can roll your ankle hiking up and down the Greenway or the Appalachian Trail.
Bro, slide down the hill from the Brown House.
Yeah, you can
blow an ACL
jump
out there.
over the side of the mountain and roll down the hill at Mountaineer Village.
We do not roll nears. You do not roll nears.
You don't roll nears. It's over.
I agree.
Roll nears is what got us in this stupid predicament. You bunch of idiots. You don't roll. It's roll tide. That's it. You don't roll anything else. Gosh, I hate that. I need this sign. All right, let's yell about something else. I'm tired of yelling about App State because it just makes you mad.
Oh, man. Yeah. I can't believe you did it.
Hold on. Let me hit the music. I forgot to hit the music. I just completely ruined the segue. Everybody Okay, let's talk Lane Kiffin, dude. This guy.
Let's think about this logically for a second, okay?
Go ahead.
Because I saw a tweet or Instagram or something about all the places he's been. He started out as assistant coordinator, USC, then went and to be a head coach for the Raiders for a brief stint. Then where did he go after that? Tennessee head coach, very short stint there. Back to USC as a head coach. And then he went down to Florida. Was it FAU down in Florida? Is that where he coached at?
Yep.
And then after that, he went to be he was assistant coordinator for Alabama for Nick Saban, and then went to FAU, and then Ole Miss. And can I just go ahead and say this is like, why does NCAA and the NFL for that just recycle coaches? Like, I feel like you get probably 3 strikes and you're out. And I know that there is very damn good talent in the coaching world in the lower ranks. and there's one very damn good talent. There's an offensive line coordinator over there at Utah State that is just foaming at the mouth for an opportunity right now to be a head coach.
Yep.
And when he does that, he won't have enough hands or fingers for national championship rings. But they just keep rinse and repeating these old washed up coaches. Like, what are we doing? I think Lane blew his chance at Ole Miss by leaving Ole Miss and thinking he can go rebuild a program in LSU.
I agree with you.
It's everything that's wrong with college football is that it became a giant story. They're having an absolutely magical run. University has built themselves up from basically nothing in irrelevancy to competing for a national title. And even then, it's not enough. And the reason it's not enough, I was talking to my neighbors about this, and they were asking me, like, what do you think? And, obviously we all played ball, and I'm like, here's what I think. They've devalued winning. It means nothing because you can go and capitalize on your likeness at any point of the year when really there should be a designated time where you should be able to do that. And it shouldn't be during the season at any point, regular season or postseason. And until they fix that with the coaches and with the players, winning will not matter. You know what I mean? Like we're going to bend over backwards and break our backs and bend the knees to the SEC when they don't even care about winning because they got Ole Miss to the playoffs, and this guy leaves to go to another SEC school. So we're going to completely bend the rules and ruin the sanctity of college football for somebody who doesn't care about winning whenever everybody tells us that they win the most. They don't care. He doesn't care. So I don't want to change all the rules for somebody like him. Make all this stuff happen in the offseason, period. This cannot happen in the regular season, players or coaches.
Yeah, because now when he goes to LSU, he already told his coaching staff, you better be on the next plane to Louisiana or you don't have a job.
And I think only 4 or 5 of them went with him.
But he's probably not wrong either. Like, they'll have a job until the end of the season, and then whatever new coaches is going to bring their staff, so it's not like, a head coach leaves and the assistants can stay because the new head coach is going to bring their own assistants that they know, so
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's some shady stuff, but I thought for sure that he would stay there at Ole Miss. I mean, he had a life. He had it built there to where it was pretty much on cruise control. He could literally go, I don't know. He could literally win 8 or 9 games for the next 4 or 5 years and still be fine because it's better than what Ole Miss had before. Ole Miss is predominantly like South Carolina. They're a bottom tier SEC school. Like when it comes to actually being relevant and playing football in the SEC.
Well, what is the difference between LSU and Ole Miss? Like that's what I want him to answer. Like what is the difference?
LSU had a national championship more recently than Ole Miss.
I guess, but if he cared about winning, he had a shot this year.
I wonder if Ole Miss even had a chance to match the money, or they just said, no, go ahead.
He said Ole Miss winning the title would be epic. Oh, dude, I'm the biggest Ole Miss fan in the world, right? I hope they wreck everybody.
Absolutely.
I mean, this guy just made Ole Miss probably the most popular team in the country. BMO said people that donate and pay to have him at Ole Miss and then get the players at Ole Miss have to be so mad, almost like they should be able to sue him for breach of contract or something.
I said that before too. Absolutely. Yep.
Well,
because now you already got the wide receiver, the 5-star wide receiver that committed to Ole Miss is already decommitted as soon as he got this news, and is committing to LSU supposedly. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's not going to have any effect, but what I do think is like we shouldn't change the rules of college football to satisfy people. We have to satisfy college football, if that makes sense. Like all these people who are in charge that are making the rules so that the SEC has a better chance and the Big Ten have a better chance. And they're about to wreck conferences. We're going to get to that here in a minute. And so it's going to become people like Lane Kiffin who just get to go and do whatever they want, and you can never touch them because you're not at an SEC school. So I don't want to curtail and curtsy to the SEC and the Big Ten ever. Whenever obviously they don't care about the actual game because they're going to do what's best for them. Like, it's infuriating. But after a lot of prayer, and I spent time with my family, this is what he said: make the difficult decision. This is from his account, to accept the head coaching position at LSU. I was hoping to complete this historic 6-season run with this year's team by leading Ole Miss through the playoffs, capitalizing on the team's incredible success and their commitment to finish strong and investing everything into a playoff run with the guardrails in place to protect the program in any areas of concern. My request to do so was denied by Keith Carter, despite the team also asking him to allow me to keep coaching them so they could better maintain their high level of performance. Unfortunately, that means Friday's Egg Bowl was my last game coaching the Rebels. I'm looking forward to my new start with the unique opportunity at LSU. I'll forever cherish the incredible 6 years I spent at Ole Miss, rooting hard for the team to complete their mission and bring a championship to Oxford. Buddy, he is trying to throw Ole Miss and this guy under the bus, but I'm right there with the guy from, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
You left before the season started, and you want to go coach the team?
Yep.
And then he's saying, oh, the kids wanted it too. Dude, if I was one of those players, I'd be like, forget you, man.
See, that's what I wonder too. Like, how many of those players actually wanted him to stay? Because, I was surprised that he coached Egg Bowl because, we said, who was it, TJ or something, saying that who was watching the flights down in LSU saying
he
that
bought a house in Baton Rouge or something.
Bought a house already and, all this. And, we saw it a couple weeks ago. I can't believe he actually coached Egg Bowl and without making this public. I don't know if it was like part of his contract or what, but he was excited in that game. He already knew in his mind then he was going to LSU.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If I was a player, I'm like you, though. I'd be like, Coach, what are you doing? This is your part time now. Get out of here. Don't.
You couldn't wait a month.
Right.
Like if you're that good, and even if you told LSU, yeah, I'm coming, just let me finish the season. But again, that's why you shouldn't be able to talk to these coaches until after the season.
Well, and I hate to say it, but even Nick Saban said that during College Game Day Saturday. Nobody's thinking about the damage it's doing to the team and the players.
Yeah. I mean, this is at this point, it's like you're asking the question: does Ole Miss still get in the playoff, or do you let somebody else in?
Well, now they won't even let them in the playoffs, supposedly because Lane Kiffin's not there.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, what do you do? I mean, is that open? Was this all part of the SEC's? Was the SEC in on this to get Texas in?
They're sabotaging.
Is this to get Texas in? Like, we can't in good conscience put them in without their coach. What a waste of a season then. That could have been somebody else's ranking. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the whole thing means nothing. I don't know.
I just can't believe he left. It's a shocker. I thought he was going to stay at Ole Miss.
What does he want? It's clearly he doesn't care about winning because he was winning there. He had a chance to win a national championship.
I guess he wants $90 million.
He wants money. I mean, go get your money, dude. But again, you do that, but we can't change the rules unless we have to change the rules to better the football. The football, not coaches and players. We have to save football. But some say you can't have football without coaches and players. But I don't want coaches that just leave in the middle of the season. I don't want players to leave in the middle of the season. We got to stop it. Tex, what do you think?
Didn't Lane get fired on the tarmac one time?
Alabama, yep.
I think he's just taking the mindset that it's never going to happen. And again, he's going to be the one who's doing the leaving people on a tarmac. I think that's kind of how he's approaching this.
I don't think
that experience changed the way that he deals with college programs. Even though I think everybody knows, it took him 6 years to get where he's at with Ole Miss. It'll probably take him 4 years to get back there with LSU. But he could have done the same thing at Ole Miss in a shorter time frame over the next 3 years.
I agree.
To win more, but I think it's just about the money. He wanted the money.
I think also we've all played NCAA football growing up. Mm-hmm. You always left as the coach if you were the coach. You went to a new school. So maybe he's doing real life NCAA football. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe he just wanted to supervise his girlfriend and that linebacker or his daughter in that linebacker.
Yeah,
role.
that's what it is. He wanted to go. Yeah, he wanted to go sit there and say,
Yeah,
"You
that's right.
think you got jokes now? Now I'm coach, and you're
That's
riding
right,
the
dude.
ditch."
Yeah.
But I
You
mean,
can't-
Ole Miss
you
has
just
got
can't
money,
leave.
dude. Ole
You
Miss
just can't
has got
leave
money.
now.
Ole Miss has got money, though. You don't think they would try to match it and to keep him since they are relevant? I mean, I tailgated Ole Miss. There's some money there. Trust me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they wanted to play the game. I think that's probably what it was. I don't think they wanted to play the game.
Yeah, but what
feel like
game
s-
are they playing now? The coaching carousel? Who's going to fill the spot?
I don't know.
And who
I
wants
don't
to
know.
step into that spot? You know, knowing that Ole Miss is what 11-1 right now, and you're going to walk in after Lane Kiffin just left, and
Well,
know
what-
that
It
your
could also
your
it could
season's
it could
gonna
also
take a
be
dump.
it could also be that Lane Kiffin and that AD never got along.
Could be. Or, I mean, just like any other relationship, like, you know, any football relationship, you have success for a long time, and then you start who gets the success, you know, who it's, you know. That's a good point. BMO says, to me, college football used to be about loyalty. Kiffin is the opposite of that, and I hope they lose every game next year.
I do too.
Well, yeah,
I hope they lose every game for the next 3 years because we play them again.
College football universities make their hay off of brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even it doesn't matter. The brands, they're making it about the coaches. You know, it's like it's college football used to be coaching at a certain school or a certain conference there was a lot of pride in that. And now it's just follow the money. So the university prestige is not even enough to keep people there. So, but I've never had somebody say, "Hey, well, we'll give you $100 million to come coach our football team." So, and he got mad at this one reporter. He confronted him. He said, "Quote, you want to walk in here and call me a hoe? We'll see how it goes." And some dude
Yeah, I
named
saw that.
Spirit Ben.
And then all the Ole Miss fans called him a hoe as he's getting on the plane.
Anyways,
Hey,
that's
next year, 2026 in Baton Rouge, Clemson Tigers playing LSU.
okay.
Maybe we'll give him his first L for the year.
Okay, there you go. Also, other news in college football before we go to the pick'ems. The American Conference got poached they got plucked, dude. The coach from USF, Alex Golish, he's now at Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Silverfield from Memphis, he's at Arkansas. John Summerall from Tulane, he's at Florida. And then obviously Lane Kiffin's LSU. And then the defensive coordinator of Ole Miss, Pete Golding, is going to step in. So, oh my gosh.
And Coastal fired their coach.
LSU goes to Oxford next year.
Oh,
my gosh.
Let's go, dude.
Oh, they might get the garden hose.
Yeah.
Like there might be all kinds of props that they bring into the stadium.
Oh, dude.
They're gonna definitely bust out the Ludacris song too. Use a hoe. I say that use a hoe. Hi ho, how you doing? Where you been? Probably doing hoe things because there you hoe again.
Or if you got different hoes in different area codes.
I love that song. That was a banger. I love Ludacris. So the American Conference, basically, the American Conference doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs. They're not good enough. Oh, let's go take all your coaches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bunch of scumbag loser fans. If you're an SEC fan and you're saying the American Conference doesn't deserve teams and they're not playing the caliber, and then every single team that has a vacancy in your conference takes an American coach, you're frauds. You're frauds. So, and also another thing, half the teams that are ranked for the SEC were Big 12 teams. So only 4 of your teams, original SEC teams, are ranked. And now it's probably only 3 original ones. So shut up. Sick of it.
Sick of it.
Who's Penn State going to hire? Did they forget they don't have a head coach? They're going to hire Brian Daboll, dude. You watch. You watch. That guy from Pete Golding, he looks like an Ole Miss coach. Look at him. He's got the frat boy visor on. Vanderbilt, they got Clark Lee for another couple years, 6-year deal. So he's going to stay there.
Good deal.
Also, Kentucky just fired their coach. By the way, Kentucky, who got absolutely smoked by Louisville,
Mm-hmm.
who took Texas to the brink.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia Tech, who got smoked by Pitt, who took Georgia had to knock down a Hail Mary to beat them. Stupid. Also, Nebraska's preparing for the possibility of Dylan Raiola to enter the transfer portal. Oh no, the guy who went to 4 different high schools in 4 years and 2 different colleges, he's going to transfer? Shocker. Texas Tech?
No, not at all. No.
I could see him going to LSU.
No.
No way, dude. That guy stinks. He's not good.
He's probably going to like
UNLV.
Purdue or something.
Okay.
Vandy. He can go to Vandy.
Not a chance. He ain't good enough.
Top 5 games of the week, boys. What do we think? Huh?
Georgia Tech almost pulled it off. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. I was pulling hard for Tech.
Yes.
They look good. This was the one time their defense actually showed up. Their defense is terrible, but they came to play.
Georgia's offense did not look that good. Gunnar Stockton looked terrible.
Gunnar
you're
was
talking
not
about
stopping. Yeah.
You're talking about Georgia Tech, who just let up 28 in the first quarter to Pitt, and Georgia couldn't do better than that. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. What a strand of football games, though. It was just incredible. Georgia won 16-9. Haynes King is, I don't know. He's fun to watch, but he's just hard to watch at the same time. But Georgia Tech lost. But it did come down to the last play, so that was cool. And then Friday we had Texas A&M. Texas wins 27-17.
I don't think A&M came out of the locker room at halftime.
Tex, this is your time, dude. This is it. Let them have it.
Let me get to my notes here.
Always.
All right. 11 reasons.
Oh my gosh.
Why they should be in the college football playoff. They got an outstanding resume under brutal scheduling. Outstanding resume under brutal scheduling. Okay. Wins over 3 top 10 teams. They had a strong presence in the early playoff rankings.
Top 10 during the season.
Doesn't matter. So I'm just telling you. That's facts. And if you go back and look at the wins they had, they were top 10 teams. Okay. Strong presence in early playoff rankings. So they've been out there sniffing around. They were up there in it before. Might as well put them back in there again because they thought highly of them before. So should be easy to stick them back in there. They got resiliency after early season setbacks, tough road games. Do we have to remind everybody they lost one of their only losses is to the number 1 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, who's beat everybody else by more than 7. Struggle to beat Texas. Just saying. Defensive turnaround.
Quality losses.
They got a defensive turnaround. Big game poised under pressure. Arch Manning's turned it around. There's no easy path. They earned every single win. All their losses came against elite level competition.
Florida.
Now we're going to talk a little bit about. Now we're going to talk about their skid. They have comparative quality against other playoff contenders. Their strength of schedule and quality wins make them the least comparable to any other bubble team. Okay.
Your strength of schedule consists of San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston.
I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. The strength.
Thank you, AKC. That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't compare.
As well as Arkansas and Florida.
The momentum and upward trajectory late in the season. So they've come on lately. And then, they took risks in their scheduling, so it should be rewarded.
Oh, my. That's the worst.
And let's not forget, this is a legacy fan base and has better TV ratings.
Dude, those last two make me want to reach through the screen and punch your stupid glasses off your face. The whole we scheduled hard teams but lost does not work. You can't just because you schedule hard.
They beat 3 top 10 teams. So they didn't lose.
They lost to Florida.
All right,
They
so
beat
let's
3
go.
top 10 teams.
Let me look at it. Let me look at it like this: Texas is 6-2 and SEC 9-3 overall.
Mm-hmm.
Should they be in front of Oklahoma, who's 10-2 and 6-2?
No, no. Well, they did beat Oklahoma.
Okay. So your answer is yes, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm fine putting them ahead of Oklahoma.
Should they be ahead of Alabama, who's 10-2 and 7-1?
No.
Okay. Should they be ahead of Vanderbilt, who's 10-2 and 6-2?
They beat Vanderbilt, so yes.
Okay. Who else we got? Mizzou's terrible. Arkansas's okay. So you're saying, and they're since they beat A&M in your ranking, what you're saying, who's 11-1 and 7-1 SEC. Since Texas beat them, they should be ahead of them too.
No, because A&M has a better conference record.
What? No, dude. You just sit there and went back on everything you just said.
No, if
Ole Miss
tied,
is 11-1 and 7-1, so they should be ahead of Texas. So A&M 11-1, 7-1 should be ahead of Texas.
They should, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, and then 6-2 is the same as Texas as well as Oklahoma. And you're saying since they beat Oklahoma, they should be in front of them, right?
Yeah, if you're tied, it goes. If I beat you, I get to be ahead.
Did they beat Alabama?
No.
Okay, so Alabama should be in front of Texas, right?
Yeah.
So then, therefore, Texas is out.
Thank you. They're out.
No, they're not.
You lost to Florida. Don't lose to Florida. If you had 2 losses, this wouldn't even be an issue. They would have played their way in, but you lost to Florida. And not to mention, you took overtime to beat Mississippi State, and you had to barely beat Kentucky. So, sorry. Just because you scheduled hard games doesn't mean you get to get in, and you lost games, and you also weren't very convincing against some terrible teams, like a team that got smoked by Louisville by 40 points you had to go to overtime with.
I've said it on the show before. Can we just go back to old school football where you play everybody in your conference and your conference only?
Exactly.
Stop scheduling these cupcake games. And I'm saying this from Clemson's aspect too.
Everybody.
Like, stop playing Furman. Stop playing the Citadel. Like, let's just schedule everybody in their conference, line them up, and at the end of the year, who has the best record in the conference goes to the conference championship. The second best record goes to the conference championship. You win your conference, you're in the playoff, end of discussion.
Yeah.
I mean that's the way it should be throughout everyone. Throughout SEC, ACC, Pac-12, Big 10, Big 12, whatever you want to call it. Let's just line them up, play it, get it off the field, and let's see what you do.
Well, that's what I was talking with the CO stats with. I was like, everybody goes for the G5. Right. The Sun Belt still has it figured out. They have divisions. You play everybody in your division, then you go to the championship.
Yeah, we used to have divisions in the ACC. We had, the Coastal Division, Atlantic Division, and all of a sudden they're like, we're not doing that no more. We're not doing it. No, that's not how it works.
Well, everybody's pissed off with like, oh, Duke's going to play in the title game. Oh my gosh, we got to change the rules. Miami's the best team. Well, guess what, you bunch of idiots? All you idiots in charge that made the rules and said, we're going to make these super conferences. You're the ones that made the schedule so that in their conference, Duke gets to play a more favorable schedule. They get 6-2. They get the tiebreaker over Miami, but you never know because they don't play each other. It's your fault. It's your fault for making super conferences where everybody doesn't play each other. If everybody had played each other and Duke had played Miami, we wouldn't have this issue. So I'm sitting here saying, go ahead, Duke, play for the title. You played who's in front of you. It wasn't your fault that they made super conferences and you don't have enough games on your schedule to play everybody. So it's a fault of the people in charge that wound Duke up in the ACC title game. And all they did was win the games they needed to win, which is how it should be. But if the conferences were how they're supposed to be, they would have played everybody, and Duke probably wouldn't have won and been the best team in the conference. Because now you have scaled conference schedules where some people are playing a ridiculous schedule and some people are playing an easy schedule. And they're
didn't Duke also play? They played a weird game with Virginia where it didn't count.
I thought that was NC State.
It was
maybe
NC State,
Yeah.
So it's like everybody who's in charge is like, we can't allow Duke to do this. And then they're like, see, look, the playoff needs to be changed. It's like, no, you screwed the playoff off, or the conferences up, which then screwed the playoffs up because you keep changing stuff by making super conferences. And you don't know how to run it. Send it back to the other way.
NC State beat Virginia like second game of the year, and for some reason they said it wasn't considered a conference win.
It's because I think it was like an emergency scheduling game.
Something like that, yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway,
It might have been the case where they made ACC made that rule that they can't play any cupcake conferences or something like that in the first couple weeks.
Well, Texas,
They changed that rule. Yeah, the ACC changed that rule. They did like some sort of they can't play any Sun Belt conference teams or something like that.
Well, Texas A&M is a perfect example of this. They had a schedule where there's a red line of like the conference teams they played in the SEC. All of them are below the red line of like they don't have more than like 4 conference wins.
They were supposed to play at that game.
Yeah, NC State was.
Yeah, and so they backed it up and played Virginia instead. So it was outside of the schedule parameters of the ACC.
Looking back, they should have played. Well, no, NC State.
They
beat
that
Virginia
this year. Well, yeah, but they should have played that.
Ooh, they should be rewarded for scheduling that game, right? They should. Yes. It's a scheduling upgrade. Good question, AKC.
Put NC State.
Put them in
the playoff.
But Texas A&M, they played one team in the SEC with a winning record in conference, and they lost to them. So, okay. Marcel Reed got hurt. But that was a scary moment, by the way. Okay, so Texas won. Whatever. Who cares? Did I write anything down for that? No. What I did write down is Ohio State, Michigan. This game actually sucked, by the way.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I was really excited. Now, it didn't suck because it started snowing. It's just Michigan in their passing game could not do anything. They couldn't run the football. They kept kicking field goals in the red zone. Ohio State just bullied them on defense. And Tex and I were talking before the game that Julian Sand just doesn't look like a cold weather quarterback, and then he proceeded to throw like 3 touchdowns. But they did pick off Julian Sand early, but they couldn't score a touchdown. So then you had the guy where the Michigan guy headbutts the referee. That whole deal.
Yeah, what was going on with that crap? I didn't understand that.
So
that was motivating at the same time, though.
I don't know.
Not as bad as the Florida State guy or the was it Miami guy that literally targeted the guy from Pitt. I mean, this has launched him into Never Land.
This game, Michigan or Ohio State wins 27-9. I don't know. Michigan's defense is pretty good, but they just couldn't cover those 2 receivers. Dude, Bo Jackson's son, that's crazy. He's a running back. So, anybody else got anything else on the Ohio State-Michigan game? There was a lot of red in the stadium, too, by the way. I was disappointed in Michigan, by the way. It seemed like there were a lot of Ohio State fans. So the curse is over. First time since 2019. But it looks like Ohio State's going to win it all again, right?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh versus Miami. Dude, Miami destroyed them. That dude, Malachi Tony, or whatever his name is, he is a freak. He is everywhere. So shout out to that guy. Miami won 38-7. It was never even close. So, and then the Iron Bowl. Whoops. The Iron Bowl was awesome. That guy, I cannot believe. So Alabama wins 27-20. I cannot believe that dude fumbled at the end of the game.
Oh, no.
He should have just gone out of bounds. So we got a roughing the passer with 5 minutes left to go in the game.
They had a bunch of close calls, too, with special teams there for a while. Auburn did.
Dude, Auburn's wide receivers and running backs could not hold on to the football. Fumbling, dropping passes. clanging off their face mask. But, I mean, credit to Alabama. They had a 15-play, 75-yard, 8-minute touchdown drive, and they went for it on 4th down and got it. So, but if I'm watching that game, I'm like, is Alabama a dominant team? I mean, Auburn stinks. That quarterback's awful for Auburn.
Yeah, but it's a rivalry game, man. It's hard to judge a team off a rivalry game because, you know, you got Auburn who has nothing to play for other than to just demolish Alabama's season. Like that's a whole nother level of adrenaline right there versus Alabama has everything to lose.
Yeah.
And can't afford one hiccup in that game. So they have to play perfect. And they got, you know, Auburn on the other side pinning the ears back, drooling at the mouth. So it's hard to sit there and say, like, look, you don't think you should deserve this, that, or the other when, you know, you got somebody there just hunting right now.
It was a fun game. That was a fun game to watch.
It wasn't as good as Clemson Carolina game. I'll put it to you that way.
Well, it wasn't even the best game on at that time. Cal SMU was on, and that game was wild, dude. That game was
I watched the first half of that. That was pretty crazy too.
Unbelievable.
Highly disappointed SMU on that one, but
yeah. Tex, anything else on the Iron Bowl?
No. It's just another best Auburn game where they couldn't throw the ball.
I think
for the 8th year in a row.
I think if Alabama would have lost this game, though, the coach would have been fired on the spot.
He probably would have gone right to Penn State.
Yeah. Oh, then Lane Kiffin goes to Alabama.
Let's go. Sit in Nick Saban's seat. Hire Nick Saban.
That's why they went
as a consultant and then leave him on the tarmac.
Dude, that's why they waited till Sunday to announce it. They wanted to see who won the Iron Bowl. See if he had a shot at Alabama. Oh wow.
Love it. Great weekend of college football. Love it. That was a lot of football from Thursday all the way through yesterday and today.
Mm-hmm.
Upset alert. Upset advisory, sorry. San Diego State, New Mexico got hosed in the conference championship computer rankings, whatever it was. But San Diego State, they lost at New Mexico. That game was rocking. What a fun game to watch. Boise State should have lost to Utah State.
Mm-hmm.
What a game. Boise State gets out barely by the skin of their teeth. So we lost that one. Hey, South Carolina was on upset advisory, and guess what? Clemson took it to them. That's a win. Western Kentucky was on upset advisory. Shout out the Fried AKC. We were pumping this thing out left and right. They thought Western Kentucky was going to go on to Jacksonville State and get a win. Nope. Jacksonville State off to the Conference USA Championship. Shout out Cox. We had Miami on upset advisory and Ohio State. Neither of those were even close. You could tell that the upset advisory, due to the scheduling, was not as usual. took some pretty big swings there. But we finished 3-3. Not bad. 28-50. No, 31-53 on the year. Now we move to the pick'em picks.
Oh boy, Tex.
Buddy.
Get comfortable in that hot seat.
For those of you listening to the show via audio waves, and those of you tuning in for the first time, what we've done is we've joined very late. We've joined a college football pick'em contest from CBS where they give us 15 games to choose from, and we just alternate games, and we each pick 3 games. Last week we went 9-6. The first week we went 6-9 because we all tried to do it together. Then we split up and said, you know what, we're going to do our own thing and see who's the best. So this week we started off 6-0. We were hot. I think we were 7-0. We were red hot in the early slate. And then we ended up finishing 3-5. So we ended up finishing at 10-5 overall. Edge with the clean sweep, dude. The first 3-0 of the year. Louisville cover. They smashed Kentucky. TCU smashed whoever they played. NC State smashed North Carolina. That's a perfect 3-0. You're now 5-1 on the season. Care to elaborate?
I mean, I'm just lucky you had ACC slate. I was pretty nervous about picking this at the beginning, but I just went with my football brain and let's go.
It doesn't mean we watched all these games. I mean, I watched some of them, most of them, actually.
I'm glad I carried the weight of the Millie goats on my shoulders here. Otherwise, it'd have been a lot
You
of
were
red
running
X.
your mouth. You were worried about, I don't know how to pick spreads. I'm Mr. Moneylines.
I'm true. It's true. I'm a terrible gambler. Did you not wait till you get my pro picks? This thing's terrible. Hey, not a
dude. I was mad. I was mad because US. So I went 2-1. I gave you Houston plus 2.5. They did it. They did it. They almost blew it though. They were up big. Oregon, they tried to blow it too at Washington, but they came through. And then USC, I knew that was a huge number against UCLA. They won by 19. 19. That's another 2-1 week. I'm 4-2 overall.
That was a bad game too, though. USC.
Oh, it was. Yeah, I shouldn't. It was. That's a huge number for USC. Just lost a really big game. They really aren't motivated to do anything. And then Tex plus the chat. The chat stepped in for you, Tex. They took Clemson. They took Oklahoma.
I would have done because I already did.
Would you have taken Oklahoma minus 10.5, or would you have taken LSU?
I probably would have taken LSU.
No way, dude. No way. You
now
can't.
He's fighting with the cat.
I bet him.
No, you can't sit up here and tell me
you were 3-0.
LSU with like a 3-7 season over Oklahoma.
Let's see. Hang on. Let me go back and check my bets.
No, what he's trying to say is hypothetically he was 3-0. That's what he's trying to say.
Hypothetically.
You would have taken Virginia? Who'd Virginia play? Or Virginia Tech?
Virginia Tech, yeah. That wasn't a question right there.
No, that was, yeah. BMO, wherever he's at, he was the main culprit of this. So Tex is trying to say he was 3-0. Let him check his bets. While we're doing that, we're going to talk about ButchP. He said Ohio State, absolute no doubter. He was right. BYU started off really slow against UCF, and they came on and just destroyed them. And then he picked FSU against Florida. That was not a good pick. So he was 2-1. And then J-Vi. That's right. Look at this. The Friday AKC, J-Vi has been ducking him. He's got some explaining to do. Agreed. Because he picked Miami. He picked Miami, and he's addicted to Tennessee. He's a closet Tennessee fan.
He is, yes.
Tennessee minus 2.5. They got boat raced at home by Vanderbilt. And then he took Auburn, which he said doesn't count because of the fumble and that's. And I'm like, dude, no, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. He's trying to fudge the numbers. So J-Vi is this week's donkey, and he finished 1-2. So Tex was saved by the chat. That gets him to a 3-3. J-Vi is 3-3. I'm 4-2. Edge is 5-1. Butch is 4-2. So now we're 25-20 overall. We're cooking, boys. This is fun. We're going to do it, I guess, for conference championship week. I'm hoping they throw some FCS games in there. We need to do this next year because that would be fun to do. Season.
I tried telling you at the beginning of the season, dude.
I'm always open for suggestions. You tell me what to do, give me an idea, and I'll put it a graphic. So
I said it. Check the message. I said, dude, the college picking. No. Okay.
All right, go on.
What?
Oh, you did, yeah. Where's that bet?
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I didn't have the UVA game. I had the Oklahoma and the Clemson game.
Okay, yeah.
So there's no telling what you would have done.
No telling. I would have won 2 for sure.
Did you bet Oklahoma?
Cover, yeah.
Oklahoma? Okay.
Okay. Let's hit the electric guitar. Picks of the week. Here we go. This is what we gave you. This is another 4-2 week, boys. That's 47-41 overall. Text is what we do every week. You give us an over with 2 right-handed arm wrestlers. Shout out BMO, pointed that out. Please tell the people what over you picked.
I picked the JMU Coastal over, and Coastal just fired their coach, Beck, after 3 years. But JMU had to get the style points. Coastal stinks. That game went over bigly.
convincingly.
And that puts me and DYLON, I believe, now tied
Mm.
in record and win percentage, which was his last claim. Well, I have the highest win percentage in the whole thing. Well, now we're tied, buddy. Now we're tied.
Mm.
You've been in a bad nosedive. The oxygen masks are out. Everybody's balling up in a little, in
Put
ready
your mask
position.
on before somebody else's
Yep.
mask.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hopefully, the guys at the emergency exits are going to do right and help everybody off the plane. And because you're in a nosedive, buddy, and it's not looking good. You don't know what you're doing.
Mm.
He's chasing stuff now. He's
He
chasing
is.
stuff.
He's flustered.
Trying to prove me wrong.
Since, which one was it? Whenever he tried to reverse jinxed his own team with the Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
That's when things went
That's what it
south.
was. That's when he messed up. He was doing really good until he tried to jinx the betting gods, and they're out for revenge. This is what he gets.
That's what he gets. I gave you the spread of Wisconsin or Minnesota -1.5 versus Wisconsin. Wisconsin stinks. Luke Fickell stinks. It was a snow game. There was no doubt Minnesota. I'm back on top with a winning record. Everybody tried to count me out. The haters, of which there were many, said that I couldn't get back over 500. Well, guess what? We're back over 500. Java, I gave you an under. Houston Texans at the Colts, and it was way under. I think it was like 36 was the total. ButchP gave you Stanford plus 31.5 versus Notre Dame. Covered, even though Notre Dame, with like a minute left and their backup quarterback were down there trying to throw touchdown passes with like a minute left, up 29. They were up 29. I thought they were going to kick a field goal to get into 52, but they didn't because they were fumbling the football, and the ball don't lie. So Notre Dame, you bunch of cowards. DYLON gave you ETN over 57.5 rushing yards versus Tennessee. I think he finished with like 28, so it wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was a Trevor Lawrence game.
Yes. Edge, young money lines.
Look, J-Bot says it every week about ACC, about how nobody wants to win and they keep beating each other. It's the same for the SEC. Texas A&M should have walked in there 12th man and all and just smoked the Longhorns. But they decided not to play. And they screwed me on my bet now. And now my overall is starting to drop there, and I'm not getting happy with it. So Aggies, whatever y'all will do, don't y'all do something like that. That's stupid, but thanks for screwing me. Yeah, gig them. And you just gigged me right in the heart. So thanks. Gigging me like going frog gigging is what you just got me.
Wow. So Tex moves into the best record. You had a chance to be the best, but you didn't.
Got screwed over, man.
Here's a new AP poll. Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, Oregon, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Alabama, BYU, Miami. Texas moves up to 14. Navy's in there. Shout out Navy, 23rd overall. Are you kidding me? How is Missouri back in there?
Gotta help the rankings.
Gotta be, dude. Are you kidding me? Tennessee got knocked out, so they can't. They couldn't help themselves. They couldn't help themselves. They had to throw Missouri back in there at what 7 and 8 and 4. The hell out of here! Unfreaking believable. There's so many other teams that put Duke in there for crying out loud. At least they're playing in their championship game.
Yeah.
For heaven's sake. Any problem with that?
I mean, we know this is a debacle. It's been like this since they started it. So
here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the real rankings. Okay. Here's our college football playoff top 12 right before conference championship weekend. Now, people are going to be mad of the way this is set up. But on this show, we care about conference championships. Okay. And I don't think it's out of the question to rank these teams where they're at because guess what? They're playing games this weekend. Other teams are not. You know why? Because they made their conference championship. Ohio State and Indiana are 1 and 2. Texas Tech is 3. Georgia's 4. BYU's 5. Alabama's 6. Virginia's 7, Ole Miss is 8, Oregon's 9, Texas A&M's 10, Notre Dame's 11, JMU is 12. Why is it set up like that? The two Big Ten teams that are undefeated, they're 1 and 2. Big 12 team with 1 loss, Texas Tech, they're 3. Georgia, SEC with 1 loss, they're playing in the title game. They're number 4. Number 5 is BYU. They're playing in the Big 12 title game. They have 1 loss. Number 6, Alabama. They have 2 losses, but they're playing in the SEC title game. Virginia has 2 losses. They're playing in the ACC title game. Ole Miss, Oregon, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, they are not playing in the conference title game. Oklahoma's out because guess what? They're not playing in the title game. So Ole Miss has 1 loss. Texas A&M has 1 loss. Guess what, Oklahoma? You're out. You have 2 losses. You're not in the title game. So, and shout out JMU. We're going to keep putting you in there like we have been for a month. Everybody else is jumping on that train. Any questions about this top 12? Could we take Notre Dame out? Yes.
Yes.
But I'm not putting another SEC school in there.
Put an ACC school in there.
No. No. I'm not putting Miami in there. Well, I guess I could put Miami in there because they beat Notre Dame.
Don't put Miami in there then. Put Pitt, SMU, whoever. I don't care if you put Boston College in there. Just don't put Notre Dame in there.
Yeah. I should have put Miami. Should have taken Notre Dame out. Especially after what they tried to do to Stanford. Tex, any thoughts on this?
Sounds great.
Good.
I was just looking at, who else received votes, and I was trying to figure out if there was a way or a reason why. Like an Iowa didn't sneak in there, but I was just trying to think it through for the AP stuff.
Oh.
I don't know who else you put above Missouri. I don't know who else you do.
Iowa only had 51 votes. Houston had 57 votes. Tennessee had 71 votes.
I was just looking at that, and I was just thinking, I don't know who else you put up there. I don't know who else you put up there. Other than Missouri.
Clemson.
No.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Texas should be higher than Vanderbilt. Just saying.
I don't. Utah's in there, aren't they? Yeah, Utah's number 5. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't put Houston. They're ahead of the Arizona in the Big 12.
Mm.
So you can put them.
Shout out Navy, dude. Good for them.
Shout out Navy. Always. So, anyways, Missouri, it's just they always find a way to rank Missouri. Oh. The Steve Sarkisian
disservice.
It'd be a disservice if this team's not a playoff team when we went scheduled that non-conference game, Ohio State, because if we're 10-2 team, that's not a question. You don't get credit for scheduling games. Okay. What was the team that had the hardest? It wasn't some bottom feeder SEC school that had the hardest schedule.
Florida.
Yeah, Florida. Do they get in the playoff because they scheduled a bunch of hard games? No. You know why? Because they lost those games. Get out of here. And again, here comes everybody with they scheduled a hard game. Boopity boo. Who cares? Texas is the only team to beat 3 AP or college football top 10 teams at the time of the game. Only team with 2 wins over teams currently ranked in the top 10. Only team with wins over current CFP top 15 teams. First team since LSU to beat 3 AP top 10 teams in a season. Hey, Texas, don't lose to Florida. And you're in.
Hey, Texas, are you going to your conference championship?
No.
Are you going to win your conference championship?
Nope.
Sounds like you're not going to playoff.
Hey, if you hadn't lost to Florida, would you have been in the conference title game? Probably. But you lost to Florida. And here comes the quarterback from Alabama. Why aren't we? We're the most resilient team in the country. Are they a playoff team? Basically, every SEC game is a playoff game. I wish I put the slide in here. The next one should have been Louisville beating Kentucky by 40. Georgia Tech losing to Georgia by 7 on a Hail Mary. But Florida State got smoked by Florida. But what was the other? There was another one.
Clemson beat
Clemson beat South Carolina. Like, okay, so you're 3-1 here. So let's Shout out, Play the Fight song. We got to give them a shout out. Love this graphic. If you want a cool graphic, go check out Play the Fight song. They've got all the conference championships right here in a nice, clean layout for you. Times, dates, what channels. It's beautiful. Shout out, Play the Fight song. We'll go more in depth with these on Wednesday. Shout out Duke making the ACC title game. I love that, dude. I love it. It's everything that's right with college football. Is like they tried to set it up where it was they could rig the system and get who they wanted in there, and then Duke goes and makes the title game.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out
Emotional
to
roller
Pac-12.
coaster, man. I'm telling you, emotional roller coaster is all that is.
Well, I'm beginning to think that because of what they did at the end of the season with Louisville and Clemson and beating all these SEC schools, I'm beginning to think the ACC was just competitive.
Yeah,
and we're not
I
getting
told you that from the beginning.
I believe
like,
you. And we're not getting
even J-Bow was like, "Oh, ACC teams just want to beat each other." I'm like, "That's because we're so good. All we do is just slay giants." Except for Florida State, they're terrible.
Shout out the Pac-12 boys. Finished 1-1.
Mm.
Did they have a championship game? Please tell me they have a championship. If not, they should just play just because of it.
Can I also say something else about Washington State University? Every college game day, you always, it's whatever consecutive.
Old Crimson.
Yeah. Guess how many times Clemson's been sitting right there in the same flying that beautiful orange flag that's right behind me right there with a white paw. Just as many. And they'd never give a shout out to Clemson. That's okay though. We'll take that and just, put it in our back pocket. But just know I'm tired of hearing about
don't send that to Dabo. Chip on your shoulder.
Yeah. I've already sent it to him.
The AKC is a top 15 logo, which is also true. Did you see the logo there? It's the red Jacksonville State one.
Oh yeah.
Like the Gamecock leaning forward like that, ready to go.
Like he's about to box.
All right. Here is the AFC playoff picture, ladies and gentlemen. Transitioning to the NFL for the next 3 minutes.
All right. I'm out.
All right. See you, dude.
Later.
Division leaders. Patriots, Broncos, Jaguars, Ravens. The Steelers lost. The Colts lost. That moves the Steelers out. And it moves the Colts out. The Jags are now in the driver's seat of the AFC South, and the Ravens are in the driver's seat. Who they play. I think each of these teams play each other this week, so it's going to be electric. Buffalo won. Chargers won, which means there's more distance between Kansas City and those teams. Cincinnati's still in the hunt because they want to make it look like the game between Buffalo next week is big time. And the Dolphins are still in the hunt because they have the tiebreaker over the Bills. I love it, dude. And then Houston. Houston's won like 6 in a row or something crazy. So, should be fun coming down the stretch. And then the NFC, this was taken before the Rams lost. But now the Bears are the 1 seed. And the Cowboys are 1 game back. The Niners are 9-4. The Packers are 8-3-1. And the Seahawks won, so they're 9-3.
But the Bears have the easiest remaining schedule in the whole league.
That game at the end of the season, the Bears and the Niners play the last game of the season. Could that be?
I need the Seahawks, and really I need the Seahawks to start losing some games.
Well, they're playing quarterbacks like Max Brosmer, who's throwing no-look interception pick sixes.
Yep, I need them to suffer.
So
suffer badly.
I love how they
Lions. Them and the Lions got to beat the Lions too.
Look at this in the hunt list over here in the NFC. The Commanders and the Cardinals at 3-8. The Falcons and the Vikings at 4-7. Incredible. I think the Cardinals lost, the Vikings lost, the Falcons lost. So I think they're done. But if the Commanders win, they'll be the 4-8 team on the graphic.
They aren't going to win.
Well, yeah, probably not.
I just watched that scramble by Marcus Mariota where he fell on the ground and then got up and ran for like 15 yards. Everybody's like, he was down. Like, what's he doing? And so
we don't need the Commanders to win. We just need them to get plus 6.5.
they're going to be at 6 plus 6.5. I don't think that the Broncos are going to do anything crazy here. They're going to run this clock out, get a couple first downs, maybe punt with like 10 seconds left to go, and that's about it.
Yes. We also have to apologize for our turducken parlay because that was dead as soon as the first game started.
Yep.
Gibbs did not get over 102 rush plus receiving yards. He got like 86. And then Detroit lost. So parlay was dead. Then we thought we would rally with the Chiefs in Dallas going under 52.5 from ButchP. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't happen. Then we said, okay, we'll go to college football with J-Vi. Navy Memphis didn't even get close to covering. But Tex, you said that.
I just wanted to out prop DYLON, so I picked a prop.
But he also hit his prop too.
I know, but I'm just saying. It's not that hard.
2+ passing touchdowns, and he had Rashee.
Not that hard. Not that hard, DYLON.
These guys were just ripping J-Vi. What are you doing? Rashee Rice over 69.5 receiving yards. Anyways, it was dead.
I agree. What is he doing? He knows. He knows.
It's Navy, dude. They're not. Come on.
He knows. He knows better. And if he was here right now, he would have put his both hands up. Surrender Cobra. He knows better.
Yep. Here's Jake Ferguson with his fist, looking like Mega Man out there.
Yeah. Everybody's taking bites. No
exactly. J-Vi tried to sneak it. Look at that. That was the point I made the other day. Good. Thank you, AKC. He said J-Vi is the under guy, and he tried to pick it over. He couldn't help himself. He had to get a little bump. He went in the closet and took a little hit. Jabroni. So, all right.
Crumbs left.
Crumbs left. Tex, you ready for the fastest 2 minutes in sports when I run through the rest of these scores?
I think we should just skip it.
I think we covered most of them anyway.
We covered them all. We talked about everything.
We did. Also, shout out the Ravens. They stink because they lost 32-14 to the Bengals.
Yep.
And the Packers, that was hilarious to watch the Lions get their teeth kicked in. Jordan Love had 4 touchdowns. That was impressive. I don't even like Jordan Love that much. I think he's too untrustworthy. But I think the Lions are done. Do you think the Lions are done?
Well, yeah, because I know that the Cowboys remember the game last year. The start of a 6-game losing streak. They ran the score up on us. It was 43-17. And so I have a feeling there's going to be some payback for that game last year. So the Lions are done. We're about to take it and run it up on them this week. They're done.
Is it in Detroit?
I think so. I think the last one was at home last year.
It's Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Thursday night game. The issue is too, I can't talk a lot of NFL because I only watched 3 games today I watched none of I watched 2 afternoon games because I was traveling back from home. Yeah, and I did have I had all the.
Let's not talk about it then.
The only question I have for you. No.
Okay.
It's just one question. Let's do one question for each.
Did Dak Prescott have a game-winning drive? Yes.
No.
Did Brock Purdy? No.
Yes, he did. Yes. He had a game-winning drive at halftime.
It has to be in the fourth quarter.
No. Also, it was technically the second quarter is the fourth quarter of the first half.
Okay, now you're qualifying everything.
Are the Colts fraudulent? Are the Colts fraudulent?
Well, yeah, we've been waiting for them to fall all year.
You think the slippers fell off, Danny Dimes?
Yeah. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it all. He's not that guy, pal.
No. Shout out the Jags. They crushed the Titans. Nobody cares about Dolphins Saints. Shout out Tyrod Taylor getting the win for the Jets. Bucks are back on track. They beat the Cardinals, and that's pretty much it. And the Raiders suck.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Week 13 of the NFL. Way too much college football talk, but college football is awesome. So, all right. I have one hang the banner just quickly before we get out of here. And I think you're going to appreciate this. What the hell just happened there? Just one little quick one. Just wet the beak. Come on. Let me hang the banner for Team USA. Look at these beauties. The Winter Olympics hockey sweaters. Yes or no?
I got one that looks very similar.
Pays homage to the 1960 men's team that won the first ever Olympic gold medal for USA Hockey. People forget we're going to go right from football straight into the Olympics.
Yep. It's going to be great.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
So hang the banner for Team USA in these incredible sweaters with a nod to the Rangers, too, because look at the diagonal lettering, red, white, and blue. Everybody knows. All right, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see everybody later this week. Conference championship preview show. Pick them. We got to figure out what they're going to do with that. I'm not really sure. So.
Football, you're so cool.
And on our show, you're going to rule.
Football.